Hi, welcome to the Remarkable Life podcast. I'm your host and your coach, Caryn Gillen. And I have been trying to figure out what's the right thing to give you today because, every podcast is kind of just a gift from me to you. And nothing was coming. Nothing was coming. And I was like, I always feel like there's so much to say. And then sometimes nothing is coming. So I let myself have a seat, get quiet, close my eyes, and think about what do I need? Because usually there's more than one person who needs the same thing. So if I'm feeling this need, then I trust that at least one of you might be feeling it too. Not might be, but definitely is actually. So what I need right now is to close some of the open energetic loops that are happening all around me. Here's what I mean by that. I think about an energetic loop being an unmade decision, a thing laying out on the counter that has no place to live, clean laundry in a big pile, not folded or put away, a card or a present you want to buy and send that you haven't sent yet, a thing, an idea, a task in your mind that needs somewhere to go, but that has not been assigned that role yet or put in the calendar or done, just done. So today, what I want to offer you is what I want to offer me. And that is the gift of closing the loops. And if you've been in my world for any amount of time, you have probably heard me talk to you about this, coach you on this, or email you about this. And before I forget, you do want to be on my email list because on Friday, Black Friday, the day after American Thanksgiving, I will be sending a new offer with a bunch of fun stuff attached to it. Fun and free. So that's fun. So I'm going to put the link in the show notes if you want to hop on the list if you're not there already. Okay. So closing the energetic loops is giving yourself the time and space to sit down and collect them. They need to be gathered, looked at, turned over, itemized, whatever, put into some format where you can then work with them. Because if all the open loops are in your head and on the counter and in your room and in your car and on the dryer and at your office, then they're not workable all at once. So I just want you to take a minute, and here's what I'm going to do. When I hang up from this podcast, here's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to think through the different areas of my life and the areas of open loops. So right now, I have a business, I have a family, I have a weekend trip coming up where we will not have access to the internet. I have a house that I'm building that's kind of in a very decision heavy point, which more so than ever in the design area. I'm a parent. I live in a physical body, right? So there's all these different areas where things kind of pile up or stack up. And I want to give myself the chance to check in on each of them. Okay, house. What's hanging open in my mind? Choose the flooring for Liv's bathroom. Choose the towel racks for each place so that we know where the blocking goes for the contractors because they're framing the interior walls right now. It's all these little things, but write them down, write them down, write them down. Go through your physical body. Is there something going on? Do you need to get any clothes altered? Do you need to do your holiday party outfit shopping? Do you need to go through your closet because you can no longer find anything to wear because there's just too much stuff in there? All those things, they all go down. Think about your kid. Is their birthday coming up and you have to shop or organize a party? Is it that the holidays are coming and you don't want to leave it until the very, very last minute like you did last year? What are all those things? So give yourself the gift of each area of your life that holds energetic loops open and figure out what are all of them. Write them all down. This can take 10 minutes. This can take 30 minutes. This can take 25 minutes. And then you keep adding to it for the next week because they just keep popping up. That's okay. The first thing you do is you're gathering, you're getting it all together, just like Marie Kondo does when she organizes a home. She doesn't say room by room by room. She says, get all of the shoes in one space, every shoe in the whole house, not leave the gym shoes over in the garage and the dress up shoes in your bedroom. It's all shoes come together. So bring all the things together and then choose, do I need it? Does it spark joy? Like some of the things on your list, you're going to be able to delete and not do and decide. This is an opportunity to say, you know what? I'm not going to learn Spanish this year, for example. That's not on my list. I gave myself permission to cut that off my list a few years ago. Or I'm not going to give Christmas gifts this year. I'm going to write a letter and I'm going to let everyone know I love them and that I had too many things going on. And the biggest gift is that they're in my life and I love them. Whatever it is that you want to do, you get to do this. This is an intentional action and intentional process. Okay, so you go through and it's like, what can I get rid of? Delete. What can I delete? What can I delegate? Is there anything on this list that I could pass over to my partner or hand off to a different person going to that event or hand over to your assistant or a coworker at work, whatever the deal may be? And then what are the things I'm actually going to do? And then all Getting Things Done, the book, you decide if it's a task that can be done in 2 minutes or less, you do it right now. You don't write it on another list, you just do it. Respond to that email, order that thing, put that one thing in that one place where it needs to go because it takes less than 2 minutes and you can do it. So all those 2 minutes or less things are just done. Everything else needs a home, needs a place to live. Notice if there are themes. It could be, as in my case, there's a big theme of like, I need to be online and researching what kinds of products I want to put into my home. And that's going to take me some time. So I want to plan some time for researching, for collecting links, for also thinking about it for a while, because I like to have them in my mind, kind of picture them, walk around in the house with them, and then decide where they're going to go. So I need to book in not just one line for go buy towel bar, but I need to dream about towel bar, picture towel bar in the house, like give myself the time I need to do all the different things. And then what does done look like? It looks like purchasing the towel bar and noting which one it is and what room it goes in. So later on, I don't forget and I can just hand it over to my contractor and that can be someone else's thing to do from there on. Okay, but that's it. There's another layer of this, which can be going around your home, your office, your bedroom, and looking around what things don't have a home. And I'm energetically just a little bit holding space for them in ways I don't want to. So every time I walk by my computer, there's a file on the side of it with a bunch of stuff that I put in there that I just don't know where to put it. And you can set aside a half an hour to make decisions about where the things in the file folder go that's next to my computer, and then have that date with yourself. Okay, so hopefully this has inspired some ideas for you about how to gather everything together, understand the amount, the level, the type of open loops that you have going on for yourself, get them categorized, take them through the process of deleting, delegating, or doing. That's doing them right now in under 2 minutes, or putting them in your calendar to do sometime in the next 2 to 3 weeks. And let it happen. Let it happen. We're headed into, for many of us, one of the busier times of the year where there is more social events and potentially more travel and potentially more shopping and potentially more of everything. And if we can go from today in with a much clearer palette, plate, everything, it's going to feel potentially better. It will for me. This is who I am. I'm someone who prefers more minimalism. So when things start to pile up around me, it doesn't bring me peace. For other people, they actually find peace in a more what would appear to be chaotic looking environment. And if that's you, keep the chaos that works for you. Note what doesn't. Deal with that. All right. So that's it. That's the gift from me to you, to me, from you. Thank you for letting me take this episode to center myself and offer you something that means a lot to me and grounds me whenever I start to feel a little less than grounded, a little more distracted, and a little more chaotic. All right, so I'll see you next week with all of this done, scheduled, planned in my calendar, and onto other things. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Make sure, again, to get on my list, you want to be there on Black Friday. New offer coming in hot for you with a bunch of fun bonuses. Okay. Oh, and don't forget to leave a review. It's good for the pod. Thanks all.